morning and thanks for joining us on TVC Breakfast. I am Veronica Dan Ipoy. It's the full house this morning. I have Super Sam Amash here as well as Mike Okwache. Gentlemen, happy Tuesday. Let me borrow the water, Mike.
No, that's just being a Nigerian. Because it's in Nigeria that there's happy everything. Happy weekend, happy Sunday, happy Monday, happy Friday.
It's amazing. We're the happiest in the world.
I know we're no longer the happiest in the world. We used to be.
We find our way of keeping ourselves happy.
No, we navigate it somehow.
Right. Okay. Let's quickly look at some developing story which has to do with the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal sitting that began yesterday. The panel, the 5-member panel, was headed by Justice Haruna Samani, and in the process, AA, that's the Action Alliance, withdrew its petition, which was subsequently dismissed. But the Justice Samani has said that he is assuring the lawyers and the litigants that they will ensure that they do justice to all the petitions. And he also said that all will be satisfied with the verdict at the end of the case, and that they will focus on substance and not technicalities. Sam.
Yes, the law was made for man and not man for the law. This was taken from what Jesus said about the Sabbath. Can one not do good on the Sabbath day? And they said the Sabbath was made for man and not man for the Sabbath. Yet the Sabbath was not cancelled at that time. But you have to make the Sabbath in your heart. As they said of circumcision, they said, circumcise these foreskins of your heart. Which means that it is the spirit of the law that is important and not the letter, because the letter of the law killeth, and the spirit giveth life. So what they're saying here essentially is that we will follow the justice, we will follow the numbers, we will listen to all the arguments, but let us remember that we're human beings first, and we are not creatures of law, but adherers to the principle of law. It's very interesting that he said this because there's so many people banding all kinds of frivolous technicalities over the election. I think it was putting them on notice that this is not going to be a pettifogging court. It's going to be a court of substance and of reason. And so probably talking about things like 25% in Abuja, and all those
and all of that,
and the Anders and the hangers, and all those things. We'll see how it goes. It was also a time for us to see lawyers. I saw a lawyer that I thought was on one side, and I saw it on the other side again. And this is the prostitution of lawyering. We saw that yesterday. And we saw that there were some people who were taking naps in the court, and maybe their case was now taking a nap.
So maybe they were tired. Those who were taking a nap.
No, I don't begrudge them taking a nap. But when other people take a nap, they should understand too that others are human too.
All right, Mike, we spoke about this matter of substance and technicalities yesterday. You would record.
No, the point there is you can't take away. Actually, the point there is people become unhappy when it seems like the issue of substance is left for technicalities. Now, the point there is, of course, we want to see the substance of the case, but you can't take technicality out of it totally, because the technicality is the procedure of the law. So that is why there's the issue of you have 180 days to do whatever you have to at least to forward your case, to take your case to court, as far as this election is concerned. So the moment you don't work within that time frame and your case, you have a very strong case, watertight case, but you didn't work within that time frame and they say your case is no longer valid and you come to cry foul. No. So the technicality will be part of it. However, it is only being said that they shouldn't sacrifice the substance on the altar of technicality. But they will always go hand in hand because it is the procedure or the process of how the case is being looked into and filed that will make the substance to even be visible in the first place.
Right.
Now, another thing that Nigerians have been talking about is the issue of televising the
whole
proceedings.
process, yes.
Now, some people in the comments that they have made said that they have to televise it so that they will know the lawyers who are against the people. We want to see the lawyers who are arguing against the people, you know, and so on.
Right.
But the point there is no law anywhere that the proceeding must be or should be televised. That is not what gives it legitimacy or not. It is just the issue of...
It's theater.
Yeah, it's just... because you recall that one of our lawyers yesterday was saying the way the laws, the way the legal whatever works, if somehow a lawyer from one side brings up a case and is being overruled, sentimentally,
Yeah,
others will say,
sentiments-
"Oh, you see what we were saying."
You were doing more than
Exactly.
You see the way the judge was doing his face when the man
Exactly.
was giving his case. He doesn't like us, that's why he's doing his face like that.
Well, Justice Samani has said that they are committed
Yeah,
to the peace
I think
of the
Nigerians
nation, and
should
so
wait.
Nigerians should just believe in the whole process at the end of the day.